Hello everybody, welcome back to Tea and Tarot, or welcome to Tea and Tarot if you're new here. Today's tarot reading is all about how to release your worries. So if there's anything you're a bit stressed about, we're going to be looking into that now, and we're going to see how you can kind of fix those worries, or how the universe is going to kind of fix those for you, if that's an option in your cards. And today we have 3 piles for you. We have pile 1, 2 and 3. If you don't know how to pick a pile, you essentially choose the one you feel most intuitively drawn to based on the energy of the cards and the pile, or the crystal or object on top. You could even go into the description box and look at the timestamps for each pile, and if any of those numbers resonate with you, you could choose it based off of that. You could pick it based on the number of the pile, really anything that you feel is best for you, whatever way you like to pick them. At the end of the day, your intuition knows you best, so just follow what you feel and go with the one you want to watch. You can pick more than one pile if that's what you feel like doing as well. But if you do like to choose with crystals, I will get into those with you now. So for pile 1, we have some citrine. This is really good for money and abundance, so if that's something you're asking about, that could be the pile for you. We also have some amethyst, which kind of looks like it's in the shape of an aubergine, you know? And this one's really good. It's about love and healing. So if that's something you're interested in, then pick that one. And for pile 3, we have some carnelian as well. This is really good for getting things going. So if things need to be uprooted, moved around in your life, it will happen. There will be timestamps in the description box below for you to find your reading more easily, and I will meet you there. Bye! Hello my pile ones, welcome to your reading. So today's reading is going to be slightly different because I'm using playing cards as the minor arcana, and then I actually have a deck that is just major arcana, so I thought it would be really good to pair them together. So that's what we've got here. So let's look into how you can resolve your worries. So for your major arcana card, you have the Emperor. And for your minor arcana cards, you have the King of Wands. And you also have the Ace of Pentacles as well. Wow, this is such a powerful message for you. Okay, so what I see is you kind of taking the initiative in terms of heading towards a new business. There's some sort of brand new beginning for you in your business, and that's really going to help to resolve those worries you have. It could be that you've got a really good idea for a business, or that you want to start something new. Maybe it's sort of a side hustle hobby situation, but whatever it is, you're being told to lead with so much intention. So you're basically being told to be very driven towards whatever this new business adventure is. The King of Wands is about drive. It's about pursuing what you want kind of relentlessly. And with the Emperor, this is about leading well. So leading in the best way possible. So this is quite like a fiery Aries energy, this pile. So you have to be, when it comes to Aries, you've got to be driven, you've got to be really self-assured. You have to believe in yourself in order to see this thing through. You have to be very sort of ambitious and headstrong and not willing to back down from what it is you want. So you've got to be really driven and be a good leader at whatever this business adventure is. So if this business adventure requires you to employ some staff members, some employees, this is essentially saying be a really fair and just leader. Be, considerate of the fact that your employees got things going on in their lives you might have to accommodate for. They might come to you in confidence with certain things, and you need to handle that really well. So for example, let's just say if you hired somebody to help you with your business, and they had some sort of family emergency and they needed to take a day off, instead of being really angry about that and sort of telling them that they're not doing a good job and that that's not how you know, they should be, and they should prioritize your business over their family. Definitely don't be like that. Don't be that kind of leader. Be really receptive, be understanding, be empathetic, you know, give them that day off, even 2, 3, 4, even if they didn't ask for it, because that's what a good leader would do. And at the end of the day, that's what helps to cultivate a good workplace culture anyways, and it helps to build those bonds to keep your business going forever. So this is about being like a really kind, fair leader, someone that people can approach, people can come to. And yeah, you can, you know, be very driven and know exactly what you want, and be bold and know what you want of your business, and you know where you want it to go, but still be respectful and kind to people, because that's going to, you know, invite that in for you as well. And I think starting this business adventure is going to be really helpful for you, especially in terms of your relieving those worries that you have right now. You might have like concerns about starting this business, and in starting it, you kind of wash away those worries because now you're in it. You're in the throes of your business, you're finally getting it off the ground, you're actively doing stuff, and so immediately that calms you down. But also, because you picked the citrine as well, I do just feel like this business adventure, it could be very monetarily beneficial. And so because of that, that could also help relieve your worries. And as well, you've got the ace and then you've got the king. So it's like you start here and you end here, you complete this. Whatever this is, you become the CEO, you become like the leader of this thing. You end up going from, you know, sort of beginner who doesn't really know what they're doing, who's starting it up by themselves and is nervous about this and isn't sure where it's going, to being someone who can literally teach others how to do it because you've become so skilled at this thing. So essentially, what your cards are kind of saying is this is a green light for you to start whatever that business is that you're thinking of, whatever it is that you're interested in, that you think you should do, but you're not 100% sure about. Your cards are essentially telling you to go for it, because that's going to help so much with your worries as well. Okay, and I wanted to pull a little like flower card just to see what your kind of mantra should be while you're on this journey. And we've got, to plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. Why did I start there? Oh, I accidentally also picked up the back one. So you have cacti, the only pricks worth dealing with. Okay, so I'm getting like two things here. So obviously, like, these are your mantras, so you know, take them with you on this journey. But you also have, like, to plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. And I said, you know, in the beginning, I said this reading has Aries energy because we have the Emperor. And that means you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe you can do it and kind of go for it like you can't fail. So you really need to believe in yourself. And that's what this mantra is going to help you do along this journey. Is going to help you feel like you've got this and you can handle it. Even when things are difficult or when things happen unexpectedly, this will help to support you. And then with this, I was kind of getting like, I feel like you're going to be a good boss, but I feel like you know what bad bosses are like. You've had them in your past. You may even have one now who just, you know, is just an asshole. And this is kind of telling you that when you start this business adventure, leave that shit in the past. Don't bring that with you. Don't repeat their kind of negative behaviors, those negative cycles. Reimagine what like a good boss is and do it so much better so that people are inspired by you and that you have an amazing business. It also gives me the vibe of like you get to a point where you no longer need a boss, because it's saying like cacti are the only pricks worth dealing with. So it's like you're at home tending to your houseplants because you can and you have that leisure time, and you no longer have to like work so aggressively and work for other people as well so relentlessly. Instead, you're working for yourself. You're like the CEO of your own company, and you never have to deal with like a negative boss again. That's also kind of what I'm getting from there. I wasn't supposed to interpret those, but just immediately those two things kind of came to me, so just thought I should put those out there. And then I also wanted to see what crystals would be good for you to like keep around you right now. I mean, definitely the citrine, but let's take a look and see if any other crystals would also help. Okay, so you have selenite. I'm at one with myself, the earth, and the universe. You have consciousness, spiritual connection, highest vibration. You've got crown and higher crown, and you've got Taurus as well. You also have the number 8, so this could mean it takes like 8 months for this business to get, off the ground and start moving. Could take 8 weeks, could take 8 years before you go from point A to point B. So it's like things like that. Try and think about how the number 8 could be relevant to you on this journey as well. That could be like your lucky number. This could be another mantra for you as well while you're on this journey. But yeah, so selenite is a good one for you to kind of keep around as well. So that was your reading, pile ones. If you want to take a picture so that you can remember your mantras and your crystals, then feel free to do that. Go for it. Let me move it so you can see that better. And yeah, so if you were drawn to any other piles, please feel free to check those out now. And if you want to like, comment, and subscribe, that would really help my channel. I hope to see you here next week on Friday for another reading on Tea and Tarot. Bye. Okay, hello my pile 2s, welcome to your reading. So today's reading is going to be a little bit more different, or just a little bit different than usual, because we are using playing cards as your minor arcana, and I actually have a deck that is just major arcana cards, so I thought I would combine the two to make one full deck. So that's what we've got here. You chose the Amethyst, so let's get into your cards. So for your major arcana card, you have Justice in reverse. You also have the Two of Swords, and you have the Nine of Cups as well. Okay, so I'm kind of getting two things for you that are going to help to kind of resolve these worries that you have. Firstly, I would say if someone's done you wrong and that's kind of weighing on you and weighing on your spirits and just your energy, and it's kind of draining you and it's making you feel negative, this is essentially telling me that you need to, instead of kind of thinking about how they wronged you and what you could do to kind of, make yourself feel better or get revenge or, take action, instead of doing that, and instead of hoping for their downfall, just let karma take care of it for you. The universe is going to intervene here. If someone is in the wrong, if someone has done something undeserved that they shouldn't have done, trust me, it's going to take care of them. Even if it's not obvious to you, you might be seeing these people on social media living their best life, and you're how could they enjoy themselves after what they did to me? Honestly, you have no idea what could be going on behind the scenes, and I feel like the universe is going to take care of it, and just trust that it is doing that. You don't even have to worry. Karma will sort this out for you. It's going to make sure justice is served. So instead of, hoping for their downfall, waiting to hear about it, waiting to see what will happen, instead of doing that, you just have to be really kind to everybody and yourself. Move on, forget these people, trust that the universe has your back and will take care of this situation for you, and move forward with the intention of improving yourself and your own life and your own happiness, because that at the end of the day is going to make you feel so much better than sitting around thinking about what they're getting up to and how, they might get their comeuppance, Secondly, what I see for you is there's some sort of partnership on its way to you. This could be a friendship. However, because we have the Nine of Cups, I do just feel like this is romantic, especially with the 2 as well. So whatever this partnership is, whoever's coming in for you, which I personally feel like is romantic, but it could be anybody. It could be any type of partnership. I feel like this is going to be such a fruitful relationship. This is going to be so fun, so relieving, so refreshing. You're going to this is going to end up taking away so many of your worries, because you're going to enjoy yourself so much from this other person. You guys are going to have so much fun together that you're probably going to forget about this person anyway. And then you're just going to focus on that, and that's going to kind of wash away all those worries that you have. So that's not really that's not really something you have to do. That's more someone's going to come in for you, and that's kind of the universe giving you a helping hand with these worries, whereas this is something you kind of have to actively work on, you know, in terms of refocusing and realigning with like your own good intentions and what you want to do, and focusing on yourself and forgetting those people. That's more active, whereas this is more of a passive kind of thing coming in for you that's going to help with your worries as well. Just like a temporary fun time. Okay, I also wanted to pull some plant cards to see what mantra would be really helpful for you along this journey to help keep you focused and aligned with what you should be doing. Okay. So you have, the day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. That's amazing. Okay, that fits in with like both messages here. So for both of these things, you know, I mentioned that this partnership is going to be really fruitful. So this is kind of telling me that like when you meet this person, it might not like initially be romantic. So it might take a while for this to kind of manifest. But first you meet this person and you might not even realize this is that partnership that's coming in for you. And then eventually you realize it is, and that's when you get to eat the fruit. You know, that's when this relationship is going to be bringing in all those benefits and that positivity and take away those worries for you. But also, this is also really reminding me of the process of like trying to let karma take over for you, because like it's definitely not like a thing where someone just says, hey, stop focusing on that and you can. No, it takes so much longer than that, because you know it's like a traumatic experience to have someone sort of betray you or mistreat you in some kind of way and feel like it was undeserved and like they're never going to get their comeuppance. So, you know, it's a work in progress. Don't feel bad if like on Tuesday you say you're going to focus on yourself, forget about them, and then on Thursday you see a social media post about them and they're living their best life and it makes you sad, or like think about that situation and revisit it in your mind. Like, it's a work in progress. You don't need to beat yourself up about it if you can't, you know, move on from it straight away. So hopefully this mantra will help you along that journey to kind of put those people in the past and forget about them, and will make you feel better about the process of that as well. Okay, I also wanted to get a crystal card to see what crystals you should have around you right now that might actually help you to sort of like succeed in this journey. So you have, I am focused, clear and serene with blue fluorite. You also have communication, inner peace, amplifying intuition, clarity and focus. You have the throat chakra and you have Capricorn and Pisces. You also have the number 2, so it could mean that might take 2 weeks for you to get through this, 2 months, 2 years. It could also mean you're going to meet this partnership in 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, or the second month of the year. Or it could also mean that that partnership is just coming in really strongly for you because you've got 2 twice. So with this, I feel like obviously it's mentioned inner peace, which is kind of why the Justice card is here, because you need to find that inner peace by focusing on yourself, and it's going to really help to amplify that. So having some blue fluorite around you might really help with you finding that inner peace. But also it mentions communication and the throat chakra, so maybe talking about it also helps you to move on. So that could be seeking out therapy, it could be talking to a friend about the situation, like a close trusted friend. You know, just getting things off your chest. It could even be journaling if you don't have somebody to speak to, or if therapy is not an option for you right now. Just journaling to like get that off your chest and get off, you know, those kind of negative past experiences. Write them down and then forget about them, you know. That could really help on your journey as well. If you want to take like a screenshot of this, feel free to do that so that you can remember your mantras for this journey. But yeah, that's what I see for you, pile 2, in terms of how to reduce your worries, is a partnership and letting karma take care of things for you. So if you enjoyed the reading, please like, comment and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It helps the channel out so much. If you were drawn to any other piles, you can check those out now. If not, I hope to see you here next week on Friday for another reading on Tea and Tarot. Bye. Hello my pile 3s, welcome to your reading. So today's reading is like slightly different from usual because we're going to be using playing cards to find out your minor arcana messages. And for your major arcana messages, I actually have a deck that is just major arcana, no minor arcana. So that's what we've got as well. So I've kind of combined the two to get messages for you. So you chose the Carnelian, which I'll put here. Okay, so let's see what your cards are. So you have, first of all, the High Priestess in reverse. You also have the Ace of Cups. You also have the Two of Cups. And you also have the Three of Cups as well. Okay, this is really interesting. So your reading is heavily focused on your love life. So your worry might be concerned with your romantic experiences, your partnerships, things like that. Maybe you're struggling to make a choice between people, or maybe you're concerned because you want to be in a relationship but you're not sure how to do that. Whatever this worry is, how I see this kind of being fixed for you, this worry being resolved, is first of all, you're really being urged to trust your intuition and listen to yourself. Listen to your internal voice. Why is it telling you not to date or to date? Trust what your body is telling you. If it's saying now is not the time, then trust that. If it's saying now is the time, trust that. And if you're worried about picking the right person, all you have to do is tap into your intuition. Your intuition at the end of the day knows you best, so trust it. If you get like a gut feeling or an inkling that something isn't right, even if there's no reason for you to think that, even if you can't see a reason but you've just got a feeling, trust the feeling and leave that behind. But if you get like a really good feeling, trust it, follow wherever your intuition kind of takes you. Because with the Ace and the Three of Cups, what I kind of see here as well is definitely a new relationship coming in for you. This relationship is going to help resolve these worries that you have. Maybe you have worries about dating and how that could go, and this relationship just helps you realize like it could be such a good thing. So I definitely see a new person coming in for you, a new relationship that's really going to help resolve these worries that you have. That might mean the inevitable end of another relationship, but because you might be in one, and what I'm seeing is a brand new one. But I definitely see a new person coming in for you. The love is so strong. Like the Two of Cups is like the ultimate love card in tarot. So I definitely see you forming a really strong partnership where there's a lot of love and, mutual respect and care for each other. And I also see this relationship helping you to grow in your emotions. Maybe you're like a little bit emotionally immature, and this relationship helps you to grow emotionally. And also, maybe it's just that you don't have many experiences in love, and this relationship really helps to give you those experiences so you feel a lot more confident going forward as well. But I'm feeling such a strong, like, long-term energy from this reading. I feel like this could be your forever person or your soulmate, however you like to think of them. It just feels like this is your person. It feels really peaceful and calm, and like I feel no stress right now. Like I feel no worries. So I feel like this relationship, for whatever reason, is so important that it gets rid of all of your worries. And I'm not sure why. Because there's not much other than you're getting like a new relationship that's going to help you grow emotionally, and your partnership's going to be really strong, and to just trust your intuition to help you find them. But for whatever reason, this person is very important and vital in helping you to feel a lot more happy and less stressed, less worried in your life. Okay, so let's take a look at some plant cards to kind of give you a mantra while you're on this journey to kind of help you through it as well. Okay, so you have My Soul Speaks in Flowers. So I get a few things from this one. So firstly, the way I personally interpret this card, just for myself, so I'm gonna tell you it as well, is I always see this card as a bouquet of flowers that's been put into a vase. And bouquets to me personally symbolize secret admirers, and it also symbolizes 2 gifts. And these gifts are in the form of 1, a glow up, and 2, a person, or potentially a pathway that you're put on to help you find this person. So I feel like that's kind of an inclination of how you might meet this person or what is going to come of the relationship, because there's definitely a glow up and you're getting emotional growth, which can be a glow up. So that could either be because of the relationship or it's something that happens beforehand that helps you get this relationship. But also, I feel like my soul speaks in flowers is kind of like the love language of gift giving, but in terms of really thoughtful gifts, so as opposed to materialistic gifts. So it's gifts that someone has like made for you. So if they wrote you a song, or like wrote you a letter, or made you a poem, or made you like a scrapbook or something, it's things like that that really matter, and I feel like that's going to be an important part of or aspect of this relationship. But also think about what your soul needs in order to feel fulfilled while you're on this journey as well. It also heavily implies to me soulmate. Just because soul has been mentioned, we have the 2 here. We also have new relationships, and then emotional growth, and then obviously trust your intuition. And I mentioned that this person felt very long term and like your forever partner or soulmate. I really feel like it is. So that's really lovely. I really see that coming in for you. That's so interesting. Okay, and I also wanted to get a crystal card to see what crystals you could have around you to help amplify this energy, get rid of these worries, and help move you towards that. Essentially, if you're worried about whether or not you will ever find your soulmate, this is confirmation you will, so you don't need to worry. Okay, so let's see what crystals could help you. Ooh, okay, so you have Chrysocolla. I welcome the different phases of my life. You have the number 5. You also have Auric Cleanser, Support, Soothes and Calms, Heart and Throat Chakra, Gemini, Taurus, and Virgo. So the number 5 could be relevant in terms of, it could be you meet them in 5 weeks, 5 months. It could be that you meet them on the 5th month of the year. It could be you meet them in 5 years. It could be anything. Try and think about whether or not the number 5 has relevance to you, or you could look up the angel number of the number 5 and see if the message there is important for you. I could do that for you now, actually. I'll do that in a second. I'll tell you what the angel number is, because I've got it in my little grimoire, so I can just tell you. But yeah, so what I see, firstly, these are your mantras that you kind of, maybe you could repeat to yourself or put in your journal to help you along this journey. So if you're concerned about finding your one, these 2 phrases should help to make you feel less worried about that, because it's assurance that you will find them. Also, with this crystal, the way it's been drawn, I feel like this is a very essentially implicit image. So I feel like you guys are going to have good times, a lot of passion, But also, I see because it says supports, soothes, cleanses, calms, that's this person. They help to calm you, soothe you, get rid of those worries. They could also be a Taurus or a Virgo, and they help to open up your heart and also improve your communication, because you're developing your emotions as well, your emotional maturity. Okay, so the angel number message of the number 5 is ask a loved one for help if you're feeling low. So reach out to a loved one for support in times of feeling down. I feel like this is someone you go to for support when you're worried or concerned about anything, and it works. It helps to really make you feel a lot better about the situation. But you could also definitely go to your current friends or family or support network if, you ever feel like you want to get things off your chest or just have someone to speak to as well. Okay, pile 3s, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, as that really helps the channel out. If you were drawn to any other piles, you can check those out now. If not, I hope to see you here next week on Fridays for another reading on TìandTarot. Bye.